Hi everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today we have a whole bunch of goals and we have a lot to go through, so let's get going. So I have on my right here our to-do list. Whoopsie. As you can see, I want to set up 90 megawatts of power temporarily, just so we can get the basic iron, copper and concrete stuff automated, stored in containers, so we don't have to worry about it too much, and that's really the base goal is the space elevator though. We really want to build that in this episode because that will unlock the further journey steps and give us a sense of what we need to achieve next, right? I noted down optionally 180 or 270 megawatts. I tend to go for 270 to be fair, but we will see if that's going to happening or if that's going to happen or not. Also, segmented here we have the milestones. These are the 3 tier 1 milestones, and I do want to get all of those done. Base building, we will do this right now. This is very important for us, and logistics is also really important. So I've been crafting a lot of biomass with these 3 crafters, and at the moment they are pretty much all working on concrete, just so we can get enough of it, and we need to collect more of this. But yeah, the smelters are now definitely obsolete. We will reuse them though in a little bit, but for now, let's go to tier 1, let's get base building going, and you can see we get lookout towers, foundation, ramps, walls, very good stuff. We do want that. Nice.
Milestone reached. Found it in the
There we go. Shut up, Ada. Also, really quickly, is there dialogue? I will just turn this to 0 right now, so I don't have to skip over Ada all the time, and you don't hear me spamming my enter key. So yeah, we have only 90 seconds before the pod will return. Let's activate logistics. This will give us splitters and merger, very important. And let's see. Yes, I have collected enough materials. Awesome. That's very good. We can't click them in here yet, so we need to be aware of that. So there we go. Let's go over to our to-do list. Base building is done. Right, 90 megawatts of power. That means 3 of the biomass burners, which we can do. We have enough, although... Ooh, that's cutting it very close. But yeah, we also need iron plates for the foundations. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's okay though, we should be fine. Otherwise we will just grab another of the portable miners on our iron node and start with mining automatically. We could do this right now and use this power for now, but also the pod is already here, so let's get through the logistics milestone as well. It will really help us getting our productions sorted out neatly, right? This is why I am pushing for these 2 milestones very quickly. There we go. Now, this is amazing, right? Now we do have the lifts as well, which is cool, but the merger and the splitter, these are so very useful. I will just put this one on my 4 key in our hotbar. In the production side of things, I will get the miner to 5, smelter to 6, constructor to 7, and in organization, we have the storage container on 9 and the lookout tower on 0. There we go, that's how I usually like to do things. And also, I would like to have foundations at some point, but that's okay for now. We are pretty much worked up. Let's quickly check the space elevator. Yes, we need 1500 wire, so we need to get going and get stuff automated. But before we do that, we do need a little bit of power. We still have definitely enough for the 3 burners that we want to build. So let's get foundations out. I usually tend to build with 2 meters or 4 meter foundations. I think for now 4 meters is fine. And I want to have the power generation a little bit off of the base, or a little bit to the side. I think we will build roughly in this area over here. So we want to route the limestone through here. I would say about here is pretty fine for our first temporary 90-watt setup. Now if we do press Control, we align ourselves to the world grid, and I just want to make sure that I am not clipping into terrain here, which seems good. Then can press R to get the soup mode. Let's just build a quick 3x3 foundation grid. There we go. Let's get ourselves the biomass burners out, and as you can see they do have an input, which can become very important, but for now we will just align them to here. Now you can press H to lock it in place, and let's notch this over with the arrow keys, just so, whoopsie, they do not go over these foundations, right? So let's just push this back one more. That's fine. And now we can hold Control and build them next to one another. And let's bring this like over like that and delete those. That's fine for now. We just want to have this set up. And now we obviously do not want to feed those guys manually. So we will take a splitter out. And with your mouse wheel you can rotate the splitter, right? So we want the input to be on side to the left, and we want to align this with the middle of the biomass burners. Actually, we do need these back, just so it will look neatly. So now we definitely do need a power pole. Let's see, where do we want our central power pole to be? Right about here in the middle of this foundation sounds neat. Let's connect all of the guys up to power. There we go. And we want to take our conveyor belt. I like to use straight mode where I can, because it makes these really neat right angles, and I really do enjoy them. But that's just me, right? And feed this into here. So what this is doing, it will take our input and it will split them, these three guys, equally. Now I do know that this is a little bit of a taste thing. You can either split equally or you can use a manifold. We will talk about that when we build the 6 or 9 burner setup at the end of the episode. I haven't actually decided which way I will go. Probably with this one. This is just an equal split. This is how I had it in mind first, and I was then soon able to find out that the people call this a load balancer. So you split equally and that equals load balance, because all of these guys will receive the same amount of biomass. Good, that is the general plan. So I would like to disconnect these two guys soon. Let's check inventory. No, I think we are fine. We can now disassemble all the constructors, and we can take away all of these power poles right now. There we go, very nice. And for an input here, we will currently just use a storage container, connect this in, and we will dump these 600 biomass in here. And as you can see now, go up here, this will take it and split it 3 ways. Did I connect this up? I did, yes. And now everything is receiving the biomass in an equal manner. So that will allows us to run 90 megawatts of power, which is one of the goals I had, right? So let's cross this one off the list. And these are smart, right? We went over this in the first episode. These will only consume fuel once they are needed. So I will let those load up, and we can double check if this was actually load balanced, or if I just was talking horse shit, which I don't hope. But yeah, so in the meantime we will set up the buildings that we want for our iron production, right? So we do have the miner, which will produce 120 iron per minute. We cannot deal with that at the moment, so we are using a 60 item per minute belt. We split those off into 2 smelters. Both of them are set to iron ingots. They will each take 30 in and I will send 30 out. One of the 30 outs goes into a constructor that takes 30 iron ingots per minute and produces 20 iron plates, as you can see the plates there. The second smelter does get split again, because these two constructors are set to make rods, and we only need 15 iron to make 15 rods, right? So that is how that works. Yeah, 15 in, 15 out. Output will get merged here and sent to storage. And yes, we will do clean foundations and stuff soon. This is just very basic, the very basic iron setup that I really wanted to have done. I will now collect a little bit of resources, and also I completely forgot to check, so 189, 189, 189. As you can see, this was perfectly split. Perfect. Load balancing complete. Very nice, very nice. So we also need to be able to send an output out on this side. So we will just do a little bit of reconfiguration here, and yeah, we will do it properly once we set up the either 6 or 9 burners setup. Alright, I will collect a couple of resources, and then we will go over the copper and the concrete as well as our next milestone. So let's quickly check. Field research, what do we need? 300 wires, 300 screws, 100 plates. Let's select that and also cross off logistics of our to-do list. There we go. And yeah, I thought just with the bird's eye view that would be a little bit more or it would be easier to understand what I'm doing. It just doesn't look as good when I'm just placing the stuff and I'm all over the place while thinking, so I think that's what we are going to do going forward, just giving you the bird's eye view, basically, the top down, so you can really see what's going on and don't have to do any guesswork. There we go, we got a couple of plates now, we got a couple of rods now, and yeah, these guys will probably, one of those probably will feed into screws. We are missing reinforced plates, so I will have to take care of that as well, which is fine. So yeah, see you soon. Alrighty, so we are now just finishing up the concrete production. This is a very, very simple affair. This is really just, it's gonna hold us over. It's not much, but it should be enough to get started. So all we have is the miner, which provides 60 limestone, sorry, because we don't have the belt, right? And we have this constructor set up to produce us concrete. It takes 45 per minute, and it outputs 15 concrete per minute into this storage container. And yeah, that is all that there's to say about the concrete setup. Okay, 2 done, 1 more to go, and then we can see what else we can manage. There we go, there's the concrete rolling in. Nice. Alrighty guys, the copper setup is done, and as you can see, this is a little bit more on the resource intensive side, but it is well worth it. So let's go over this. We do have our smelter back there, right? We do bring in 60 copper ore. We split it into 2 different smelters. These will each take 30, and they will produce 30 copper ingots. We take these 30, split it between 2 constructors to construct wire, merge the output, send it into storage. Do the same here. 2 of them are making wire. They take 15 copper ore each, and they will produce 30 wire. I think it's 30. Yeah, because these 2 combine to 60. So we send 60 here into this constructor. This will construct wire for us. And if I do remember correctly, it is 30 wire per minute, 30 cable per minute. So that is that. Awesome. Now, what you can do to indicate what you have in your storage containers is like do this. I do quite like this idea. I saw that somewhere in a little short when I was scrolling through, and yeah, I did pick it up for myself as well, and thought, you know what, that is a great idea until you do have a different way of doing this. But yeah, this is still, we can do way more with this copper ore back there, but this is a really basic setup that I do enjoy quite a bit. So now we do have two more things on our list that is ever so more important, right? As you can see, we are already pushing. We are on 67 megawatts of maximum consumption, so we are getting close to the 90. It was a good idea to not go for 60, as you see. But yeah, we also have to rearrange the situation with the storage over here, right? I just cannot have this that disorganized, and I do now have enough resources to build out these foundations a little bit more. Although now I am missing the concrete, but I can grab that in a little bit. That seems fine. Already, we have the resources to build more foundations. There we go. Grab a container. Do you know what would have been smart, actually? To have those same spot. This is aligned. There we go. Just so we have easy access, right? Let's do the same thing with the conveyor belts here. Back this up as well. And we should see now plates coming in here soon. We can actually put one in right now. There we go. We have the plates and we have the rods. Awesome. So that leaves us with the task of the space elevator, obviously, right? If we go and add that to our to-do list, we can see we need 500 more concrete, 50 more iron plates. That's quite easy. We should basically already almost have that ready. Yes, excellent. And also, obviously, a lot of wire. We have the rods, which is perfect. So, very nice. Until then, I would like to focus on the biomass burner setup, right? And yeah, we will rebuild the hub in a little bit. Also made a mistake with these power poles and everything, but as you can see here, yeah, I'm slowly running out of biomass actually, which is fine. But definitely I would like to upgrade this setup, and I have decided, you know what, I will go for the 9 burner setup. So you still need wire, so I basically just have to play a little bit, get these resources to stockpile up. Let's get rid of these two buildings. That is a absolute massive eyesore right now, so shall we just connect these up like that? Take the hub and place that like this. There we go. And let's take the equipment workshop as well. This will now be just out here, I guess. Oh, I can't. This orientation is better for me, I think. There we go. This door doesn't make sense now, but that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I will gather up more resources, trying to get ready, and then we will build a 270 megawatt power system. I will also make this non-optional now. And yeah, I'll guess I'll just can play for now for a little bit. I will bring you back though once we are ready to get the setup rolling. Oh, do you know what? Guys, I have made a little bit of a change. We definitely need tier 2 obstacle clearing to unlock solid biofuel. I wasn't sure where this is locked behind, but now that I know, we definitely need to add that to our milestones. Because, yeah, I'm not going to deal with biomass much longer. Like, the way I did it is basically really not the best way to do it, right? I was just collecting a lot of wood and stuff, but yeah, so let's have a quick glance in here. Field research done. Awesome. Very, very nice. So that unlocks the MAM, which is a very important tool for us. We will need another reinforced iron plate. There we go. And for now, whoopsie. For now, we will just place this one here. And let's have a quick glance. So there is something in here that is very, very cool. If you go to Alien Megafauna, this is all the enemies in the game. We only fought a hawk right now, but we can do this research. There we go. Analysis is complete. We will be able to do bioorganic properties to get access to alien DNA capsules. There we go. This will all be very important later on. For now, I just wanted to have this done because I want to show you something. Also, we can analyze the food that we have. Oh, wait, I have them equipped still. Yeah, there we go. So let's go for the barrel nuts. Research those. And also the bacon agaric. There we go. Just a little bit of research done. We need to find some berries, which is something we can do, but this will take us a long time to get to this step. Now, there's a lot of other stuff in here, right? And there is 2 of the research trees that we can also start. But first, let's make sure we have obstacle clearing as our active milestone. We will need 500 screws. That's everything on here is doable, so yeah, I will definitely go after this before I go over the... Oh yeah, we are running out of biofuel here. Let's make sure we don't get into a very bad spot. And resupply this. Okay, now I want you to take a quick glance at this. Yes, we need to get a couple of kills to get proteins up, and then we can discuss why they are actually decent early on and what you can do with those things. So yeah, I will bring you back shortly. Alrighty guys, we are back and we will be clicking the upgrades. Obstacle clearing, there we go. Man, this will make stuff so much easier, and also it does unlock something very nice for us. Also, wait. Oh yeah, 3 inventory slots as well. But yeah, the chainsaw is one thing, but also solid biofuel. This is the most efficient fuel source that we can access at the moment. And you can see it burns with 4 per minute instead of the 10 that the biomass burns. But as a trade-off, we have to craft those out of our biomass, and it's basically... yeah, a 2-to-1 recipe. But still, this is very, very good, and we shouldn't take this lightly. So, yeah, man, that's so good. Feels good to have all the milestones done. So, the last thing that we want to build are the generators. I probably should craft a single constructor for now. It can be just here. You can have a storage container in the front. And I should have one in the back as well. This really doesn't matter, this will get dismantled almost immediately. Let's set this to solid biofuel. Let's grab all our biomass. Throw that into here. And just let this craft while we are doing something else. So, I talked about collectibles that we can grab. I don't mean the Christmas gifts, but there is something in the middle of this lake that I spotted out of the corner of my eye, and I thought, you know what, that would be something very cool to grab. It is a blue power slug. Now, these are used to research overclocking later on. Early on, I think we need like 3 or 4 of those to unlock that specific research. But it's really nice because overclocking also allows you to underclock, and that can really change up the efficiency of certain builds, right? Looking at you, Concrete. But yeah, it looks so much better than before now that we have foundations, and yeah, just so neatly organized. Do you know what? I was just thinking we might want to build our power just over this lake. I don't know why, it just seems like a fun idea. I'm not sure about that though. Right, there is another collectible that we can grab. It's up on this hill. I can always hear it throughout the whole time I was playing. Whenever I went over to the concrete factory, I would hear a certain noise coming from up here. So to get up there we can just jump from here, and we will just run in, ignore those plants, grab the Mercer Sphere, and jump down again. Now, one of those is needed to start the research, right? We need more of those. We need a lot of those, basically. And I happen to know that there is one as well. Now, I spotted this pretty much in the beginning when I ran by. And also we do have a different enemy there, which we then can research, right? So that sounds like a good idea. Oh, we have multiple enemies. Actually, that's really, really good. Now, I would like to get the attention of this guy. But, oh, too late. That is a hatcher, and as you see, they will spit out little enemies that, ow, they will hunt you down and they will explode basically on impact. You can deal with those. Also, you can sneak, and the hatcher will not see you coming. Stealth for the win, basically, which is very, very good, right? Ah, this guy noticed us, so now we will just go ahead and try to rush this guy down, which we were able to do. That should have waken up the hatcher though, yes it did. I will take a lot of damage during this, but that's fine. Just really want to shut this down. Ow, I failed actually. Ah, wow, that launched me, there we go. That should be it with the damage. We can just basically munch down on barrel nuts if we are getting worried. Let's just regen a little bit, there we go, and grab ourselves another Mercer Sphere. Very good. So, while we are just a little bit in an exploring mood, while we do wait for resources to accumulate, there's also this. And as you can see, there's at least one hatcher. I do believe there's actually more. And if I remember correctly, there's also a hog or two around here somewhere. Don't quite remember where. I think up there. So let's try and sneak up. What I did find out is you can actually jump while sneaking to speed up this process a little bit. And then you can just go ahead and sap this thing down. Grab the remains. There is this guy as well. There we go. And we get a good amount of rewards. We have some reinforced iron plates, steel beams, oh wow, copper sheets. Whoa, reinforced plates, even more, a couple of screws. And yeah, so this is a drop pod. Now you can find a lot of those and they contain a hard drive. This one is operational. You have some in the world that you do have to either get power to them or feed them a certain resource. So we will take this hard drive with us and we will analyze it back at base. I'm now going to collect some hogs as well. They are just up here. Whoops. So let's get those guys dealt with. Ouch. Oi. Go. Alright. And to make the catalog complete, we need to find... Oh, I just saw something. There is another power slug over there. Nice! So we need to find another enemy and another The berries, yes, the berries. We also want to find berries. I'm not quite sure if I'm close to berries. Hey guys. Don't mind me, I'm just collecting this power slug. Thank you. Oh, what? Why? Ah, I was about to say, this guy cannot be dead. That would have been way too fast. Oh hey, there's another power slug. Let's go. And he's also guarded by 2 more of these guys. Now, can we jump up on this? Yeah, we can. Awesome. There we go. We woke up the guy. We woke him up. Ouch! Man, the knockback on these guys. Ow! Also, the damage on these guys, quite substantial, not gonna lie. There we go. No! The thing is, you have to wake this one up. You have to jump, right? There's no other way. Well, there is another way. You can't just build up to him, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, there we go. That should be all the damage done. Heyo, that's our reward, though. Thank you very much. 3 of those is pretty decent, and we have 3 power slugs as well, right? Yes. Okay. I didn't spot berries. I think there's a couple of them nearby somewhere, but I don't want to drag this out too much, so I will just return to base. And we can see how many resources we have and what we can do with the hard drive. Alrighty guys, back at the MAM, so we can now do the hatcher research as well as the spitter research, and all we are missing are the 1 enemy that I just don't want to fight this guy, but we need the stinger research at some point. But now we can go for this. Now we don't have biomass on us at the moment, which is fine. Let's go to the power slugs, and you can see we need 1 of those, and we will get a power shard as a reward, which is a very good item. And this is what we really want, right? We can actually get into overclocking soon. That's fine. We can now also research this to get them to be scannable. This isn't really important at the moment. This though, the overclock is really, really important. So let's set this up really quickly. One of those. Okay, I really like that we have unlocked this so early on. That is awesome. So now we can use power shards to overclock, but also we are now able to underclock. Well, why would you want to underclock, you might ask? Remember this one here? Produces 60 limestone per minute, but we can only get rid of 45 per minute. So we can now go into here, and we can either adjust the percentage, let's say 75%, or we can also change the target production rate to 45. Now this machine will run at 75%, and it will never be like stop and go, right? It will always produce. It doesn't now because we need to empty. Let's empty all of this for now, and now it should be constantly delivering, and we will have no backing up of resources. And yeah, see here, we are delivering 45 per minute now. But this is how useful underclocking can be, to just so you get a power grid, a consumption rate that is very balanced, right, and doesn't jump up and down. You can see here how we did produce, right? It went always like this, and we just want to get away from that, basically, as fast as we can. Alien technology. Let's go. We need 1 Mercer-sphere to start this research, and this will open up a very cool dimensional depot. Now, we don't have the resource that we need to craft the resource that we need for this, but it's nice to have this started, right? The research is started. We can now focus on this a little bit. I will actually just invest... No, I will not. I will hold off of that. Good. That is pretty much all we can do, right? Give me a second to craft up a couple of alien protein. There we go. Let's research this. And this opens up a very important part of the tree for us, right? We can get into protein inhalers. A bit later on, we will be able to go into the rebar gun, which definitely is something I want to get. But also more inventory slots just for protein and cable. So that is something we can work towards pretty easily, right? So yeah, now for the hard drives, you need to scan them, and this will take 10 minutes. You can do whatever you want in the meantime. You can also deconstruct the MAM, take it with you if you are on the road, and the research will continue going in the background, which is very nice indeed. So let's go. Now that we have the alien DNA capsules, right, we can also make biomass out of the protein, and you get 100 per. So if you are hunting a couple of enemies... Oh hey, there's a 2-hour warning. Now you can really see how much time this takes to set up, which is fine. That's fine, right? But yeah, that's 600 biomass. Like, that is something you could do. I will go for 5 of these capsules for now, and hold on to one of the other one of the proteins just for now. Okay, it is time though. We need to start thinking about our power generators, and they will be temporary. So my thinking is I want to build them out there somewhere. So let's just head... Oh, hang on, go back, grab more. I'm not gonna make this mistake. I will grab more iron plates. There we go. I did grab the concrete, so that's fine. Okay, so I want to build the new power grid out here. This is probably as good of a point as ever, right? Well, yes it is. Let's see, let's just do a 4x4 for now. The idea is we start with the back part, right? That is, but you have the biomass burners, those will be the backdrop of this whole build. So we will grab... Let's just grab the middle of this foundation. And let's see that we don't... Yep, not going over. So, we build 3 of those right next to each other. We will grab a splitter. Set it up in front of them. I will just align it also with the middle of this foundation. Connect those up like we did before. And somewhere here we will have another one. So, now let's extend this by 2 more foundations, just so we do have enough space. And I want to be careful with the belts. I don't want them to intersect with one another, right? And shall we just take the middle of this foundation then? Yeah, why not? That should be... We can even push it out more. So, hang on. I think, yeah. Let's center here. Build 3 of those again. Let's get rid of these things. Let's grab a splitter. And, oh, I'm not sure if I can make it to the middle of the foundation. I can. Awesome. Connect those up. Oh, that's cutting it. Not even as close as I thought, but yeah, that gives us a decent amount of space. Cool. So let's grab this one. Rotate it around, and we should be, if you take a look at this, again in the middle of this foundation. So how did I do that? Basically align it like this. Okay, build the last 3 of those. Oops, grab ourselves a splitter, and now I can see a little bit of a problem, but it should be fine. It should still work, because we need a splitter here in the middle, dead center, which, yep, that looks perfect. Let's connect these belts up like that. And also, let's... Ooh, that's really... Are these... Ah, it is possible. It's... Okay, it is possible. Awesome. Oh, that's a bit much. That's fine. Okay, that is our 9 generators placed. So now we want to feed them the biofuel, right? So we do want a constructor in front of all of them. Right here is perfectly fine. And this will produce solid biofuel. There we go. We produce 160 per minute. Sorry, 60 per minute, excuse me. But that is all we need, basically. We will be able to go through this without a problem, because if we take a look here, they burn at 4. So if you take a quick glance, 9 times 4 is 36. And if you produce 60, we do have a good amount of leeway. I still want to, like, let those guys prime up a little bit. So I want to have enough production, basically, right? So this changes up our whole power grid. And I used the middle point over there. I guess we will just go with 2 wide walkways. And then the middle points are actually, they do make a lot of sense, right? But let's think about this. We will choose the left side as our... Oh, this clipped badly. No, it's pretty fine. So we will connect these 3 guys up. Take a power pole back to here. Now we will just add 1 foundation here, that's fine. And we will delete that again. Take this back to here. And we can connect 2 of the burners before we need to move over. There we go. Again, we do connect 2 of the burners. I can actually go to over here. And again, connect 2 of the burners. And now, this is our central output of power. There we go. Oh, our hard drive is ready. Let's go. And we go up this tower. There we go. This is the whole setup that we have at the moment. We will put the crafter in between that again, but here you can see how it gets distributed evenly, right? So let's have a quick glance at this. Yes, it does split up evenly. So this is how you load balance 9 of the biomass burners, and they should all turn green in a little bit. There we go. Nice. So now, if we go ahead and climb down, wait, hang on, there we go. We need to come back to this, obviously, right? But that's fine. We have a little bit of time now before we need to take care of those things again. But awesome. While this is filling up, I need to, well, this is fine. Connect this to the grid, which means we can take down the other generators that we had. There we go. That is gone now. This is still a huge mess. I will deal with that shortly. Now let's check the power pole, and yeah, capacity 270 megawatts reached. Alright. Now this seems like way too much, but I assure you we will quite frankly need probably all of that before we can get another fuel source. So also let's go ahead and see what we get. Alternate iron wire and 6 inventory slots. I'm actually really tempted to grab the inventory slots, but also iron wire is a very good recipe. I tell you what I will do. I will hold on to this hard drive, right? I will not select anything right now, and we will try to find a second one soon. Just so we don't no longer need this tower. There we go. Oh, actually. Nah, we're fine. Okay, so we have pretty much reached everything that we wanted to do. We are running on a power grid that can produce 270 megawatts of power if needed. We have done some research, we have found a very cool recipe, and we are progressing through tier 2 already. So part assembly is something that we will need in the next episode. This will push us towards the space elevator, right? So before we go ahead and end the episode, we wanted to build this. And we should be able to. Hopefully we do have enough concrete and stuff. We will worry about that in a little bit though. First, we really want to build the chainsaw as well, right? So what do we need for that? There we go. We need screws, we need more screws. I see. That takes care of the screws. There we go, we can build the chainsaw. Awesome. So this is also a tool that allows you to deal with area mode. There we go, that's what we want. I don't have solid biofuel on me, so let's quickly grab a little bit. And as you can see, we are still evenly distributing resources. I just need a couple of them. There we go. And now what we can do to get biomass quite quickly is just cut down trees. And this gives us wood and leaves. Also, we can cut down these guys. Whoops. Like that. And we also get mycelia. And mycelia opens up a whole other research tree for us. Which is nice. But yeah, we are now able to produce biomass quite comfortably. No longer do I have to run around and pick stuff up from the ground, right? I have to take a quick glance into these 26, 28, but also 27, right? So it's just 27, 27, 28, 28. Stuff is catching up, yes. Alright guys, so I just did pick up all the concrete we have, and it is exactly enough to place the space elevator. This thing is absolutely huge, so we don't have the resources to build the foundations today. So we need to find a temporary spot where we can plonk this thing down. And honestly, can we fit this guy here? We can. It would be a little bit of a levitating affair, but that's fine. I really like this. Look at how this thing builds itself up. And all the resources are flying in. Very, very nice. Oh man. So cool. So cool. Ah man, I love this. Also, now we have this sick animation, right? This is going or getting into place. And now bam, we are now connected to the space station. The space elevator is built, and that unlocks a whole bunch of new stuff for us to do. Mainly grabbing specific resources just for this guy, right? So that's very cool. Ada is going to complement us, I guess, or at least I hope so. But yeah, as you can see, we can now go ahead and configure this thing. Phase 1 needs us to get 50 smart plating. Now we don't have this at the moment, so yeah, we need to progress through the milestones. But Didn't take us too long. We have only 4 more to go, and also, yeah, we have stuff to look forward to, and that is very good. So yeah, with, I guess, the to-do list done and then some, right? Oh yeah, before I forget it, let's get rid of this belt and put the constructor back in. This would be a fatal mistake if we don't do this. Let's go to solid biofuel for this one. Let's finish off the episode with an aerial shot of our new power production. Isn't this nice? I really do enjoy it, and I will prepare the goals for next episode. I will prepare enough biomass to hold us over a little bit and gather up a couple of resources, and then we can tackle the next episode, and we should hopefully be able to tear down most of the iron stuff and rebuild it. That's just how it's gonna go. We will see though, we will see how we can arrange stuff. And yeah, looking forward to it. So for today, that is all that we have time for. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And as always, take care. Bye.